Robb, who made it through to the quarterfinals of the Lakeside last year. 5 times he's appeared at the PDC World Championships. Steve, the 50-year-old from Waterlooville, as I say, 5-time weekly winner, picked up the Double Trouble title towards the latter end of last year, up against Ben Robb, now 37 years of age, seemingly ageless. Hasn't aged a bit, has he, since we saw him on the TV for the first time around about a decade ago from Auckland in New Zealand. He has come all the way from North London. Andrew Culling taking charge of all of the action.
Yeah, looked like he's had a tidy haircut since I last saw him last week. Andrew Culling looking very dapper
First
up
leg,
there
Steve,
today, our referee.
First. Game on.
Hey, there's some decent barbers around here, Scott. I can tell you they're good because they managed to keep some of my hair on.
100.
Steve back for another weekly campaign. Looking for weekly title number 6, and in doing so, him and Neil Duff will continue their trade war of titles here
95.
at the Live Lounge in Port. So it means that they'd be in a Champions Week with one another yet again.
97.
Yeah, indeed. Did get a little chat with Ben Robb over the weekend at the Challenge Tour, and he said he was really looking forward to coming back to Modus. It's one that he really enjoys coming here.
100.
He loved the throw, and yeah, we made comments of that. He was sat around on a table with Jamie Hughes and
140.
Paul Brown and people like that. So he was on an entertaining table as well this weekend. So he's looked forward to his trip, but obviously primarily
59.
trip's about
Steve,
coming
you
and
require
earning
164.
a few quid before you go home. So he'll be looking for a really good week this week.
100.
Yeah, he's not come here for thrills and giggles. You don't come all the way across the world for that. But maybe it's going to take him a leg or so to get into it. He's left himself on a finish after 12, but Westy here looking at 64 to get himself up and running, to get the account for the week going.
Game shot on the first leg.
He'll take that for starters. 15 data. 1-0 it is to Steve West. And Ben's not been here for a few years, and he's forgotten golden rule number 1. You've got to wait 10 seconds between legs.
Yeah, Westy, if he said he didn't think he was on much form, to hold throw first 81. Leg of the day, 15 darts against clientele such as Big Rig Ben Robb. I'm
100.
going to say he's starting the week very nicely indeed. I know we're only 1 leg in. As he said in his interview there, when your back's against the wall, the good players come out
140.
fighting and playing their best stuff, and he's absolutely right on that front.
Well, we haven't seen Ben Robb here for a couple of years now, and that's mainly because of the fact the rules of this competition have changed, because he came over here in 2022, 2023, and that was when we didn't have any specials weeks. We literally just played 13-week cycle
59.
after 13-week cycle back in them days. And so Ben would be able to come into a week around a couple of weeks before the World Championship began, playing that
100,
and then go to Ali Pali as a result. Obviously, with the ADC Global Championship, with specials weeks and the year kind of aligning a little bit more, for every positive, there becomes a negative. And for Ben Robb, he hasn't been able to
100.
come over before Christmas to play in a Super Series week, because there hasn't been a Super Series week for him to play in because of the Global Championship.
140. Ben, you require 121.
He's looking at 1-2-1 here to level this game up at 1 apiece, down for treble 17. Not to be, and so West now 91 for the break.
57. Steve, you require 91. 31. Ben, you require 64.
Another one of those, and now a little green bit on the outside.
32.
Just goes
Steve,
begging.
you require 60.
Offers up an opportunity to West for the 60. Nice and safe and out the way. Last dart at tops.
40.
Just goes under,
Ben,
and
you
you can
require
see West's
32.
reaction.
Game shot on the second leg. Ben Robb.
Nicely recovered from Ben Robb, but Westy will be ruined
Third
those
leg,
two big
Steve to
starts
throw
at tops.
first. Game on.
Yeah, good opportunity to break that for Westy. Back on terms at one apiece. Now, I did say that the last time Ben played here, in fact, it's quite weird. He's not been here since December 2023. His last game then was the final against Steve West, and he kicks off
96.
2.5 years later with a meeting against the same player.
140.
4-3. And they played 4 times over the course of that week. And the meetings were shared 2-2. Penrose winning 2 of the 3 meetings in Group A. I believe that
60.
might have been the week that Steve West hit that 9-darter against Jeffrey de Graaf. You know, the one where I basically threw him under the bus and said he promised to hit a 9-darter in the game, and he ended up hitting the 9-darter in the game.
Yeah, I do recall that.
Don't put me anywhere near a bus, Scott.
96.
No, nor me. I tend to be in my blind spot.
100.
Well, West leaving 101. Leaving himself tidy, isn't he, after 4 visits to the board in every leg so far.
Yeah, well, this time round,
61. Ben, you require
Robb is
109.
right there with him, so needs a treble of some sort. Now he can choose his route. 9 for double top.
69. Steve,
Really nice with the first 2, just a bit wayward with the last. West back for
Game
tops
shot on
then.
the third leg.
That's usually
Steve
on a
West.
string for him.
Fourth leg, Ben to throw first.
Well, we
Game
talk
on.
about Ben's Challenge Tour exploits over the weekend as the day goes along. Steve didn't play at Q School this year. Ben Robb did got through to the second phase, but
135.
didn't quite go to plan. Did pick up a couple of wins, but it kind of felt like every time he came up against a name of sorts, he kind of
100.
fell short. Lost to Romeo Gurbavat 6-4. Lost out to Adam Gavlas 6-5. Lost to Telemu Hayu 6-4. I'm a really big fan of Temu, the first ever
41.
Nordic and Baltic champion. Hopefully we'll be able to see him here at some point in 2026 because he is a tidy operator. Did beat Jeroen Caron, someone we've seen here a
140.
couple of times in the past 6-4 before then losing out to Marcel Otter. Mind you, in that game, he was damned if he did and damned if he didn't.
140.
Westy needs a treble
60.
here, and he knew it. To leave himself 161. Robb here will just want some sort of treble and turn the corner.
90.
And that is a way to do it. Westy be heading that 25 route where I thought he
100.
would.
Ben, you require
To
95.
leave himself a 2-darter, didn't do it. Went the new way.
39. Steve,
The
you
new
require
way's double
101.
19, and it hasn't worked for Robb on this occasion. Westy
41.
doesn't have much
Ben, you
success in the
require
treble
56.
region either, so Robb back for 56 here then. And
16.
that's a touch unlucky.
Steve, you
West
require
comes
60.
back. And we know what he's like on tops.
20.
That one was a little bit too close to tops, wasn't it?
Ben, you require
The first
40.
start.
Yeah, had to readjust and was unable to compensate. Ben Robb's got away with one here. Should be
Ben
3-1
shot on the
down, but
fourth
he's managed to
leg.
get himself
Ben
back
Robb.
on terms at 2 apiece, and Steve West knows exactly why.
Fifth leg, Steve
exactly
to
that.
throw first. Game on.
Now that first start is perfect for Steve West.
125.
And he is one of those enigma players, isn't he? He's enigmatic. He's somebody that we know in terms of natural ability. There's not actually many better to play here than Steve West. He can do
85.
silly things whenever he wants. But it's interesting, he was saying in his interview earlier on this morning, he's just struggling to feel the dart a little bit. And
140.
I can imagine there's nothing worse, Scott, than not being able to feel it in the hand properly.
You just want to feel a flow and a rhythm.
41.
When you say feel, when you pitch that first dart and it goes in the right place or the wrong place, you want to be able to feel in your arm to pitch it in the same place again. Sometimes you're throwing three, it feels like you're throwing three random darts, even though they're all the same weight, all the same shape, all
60.
the same flight, all the same
Stevie
stem. And
require
sometimes it
115.
just doesn't feel like a rhythm that you're comfortable with. And Westy said he's been searching for that and misses the big number here, but he's okay
75.
because Ben Robb way back on 315.
If previous experiences of Ben playing here served me well,
59.
sometimes
Stevie
takes him a
require
couple
40.
of days to get going in a Group A and then tends to get better as the week goes along.
Steve West.
But that's a 13 darter for Steve, who himself said he kind of didn't expect too much until the second half of proceedings.
Game on.
But the tale of this game has been Steve West on throw has been half decent, but has not been able to do anything against the throw. And Ben Robb been able to pick apart a couple of scrappy legs when he's had the darts in his hand.
140.
One thing we do know about Ben Robb is he doesn't go away.
140.
He does it a lot of treble, so
140. $135.
Well, this is far more productive from Ben. As I say, he has won both his legs on throw, but they've been scrappy legs. This is a bit more of a uppage in terms of
80.
quality, I say, until he flies one into the single free. Still on a finish after 9, but it could have and probably should have been a lot more cleaner than 141.
44. Then you require 141. 90.
Good pick up for the ball with the last. Even himself on 51 after 12. Single to double when he comes back.
60. Then you require 51.
Double top to take us all the way.
31. Steve, you require 122.
So this to seal the points, but he's not going to get a second crack at the bullseye.
34.
So Ben here.
Then you require 20.
Ben double 10.
Game shot on the sixth
takes us
leg.
all the way
Ben Robb.
in the opening game of week 11.
7th and final leg. Steve, 2
Three
for
apiece
first.
it is.
Game on.
This is where Westy's got to take advantage of having the throw.
83.
Hits 2 trebles, which is what he would have wanted, but one was the treble one, so one he didn't want, unfortunately. Offers an opportunity to Robb, but
59.
Ben is searching and goes troubleless first visit.
There's nothing more frustrating when you know there's been an opening presented to you against
41.
the throw. And sometimes you can be found guilty, can't you? You're trying a little bit too hard. And by trying to force the issue, you've actually allowed your opponent back into the leg and given them room to run with.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Hit the nail on the head there.
140.
But that's a real good response from Ben Robb. All he can do is try and hit trebles and pressure up
100.
the West throw, really. So he can tell him, yeah, I'm the New Zealander here.
98.
After when you're a bit more experienced, sometimes it's nice to be able to throw a bit of freedom on these last legs because you're not expected to win it. Does a little bit of
60.
You just know you're going to get 12 darts, and so you concentrate on throwing 12 good darts. That's what you do. And then wherever you are from there, you just I just sort of assess the situation.
60.
We both know Westy rather well. If he does go on to lose this game, he'll feel like this is an opportunity slip because he's had control of this game.
140.
However, that 140,
Then
he's
you
put
require
himself back in
144.
control of this last leg. He's forced Ben Robb into something special, into something seismic. And he almost found the 144 to win it.
Yeah, a bit of dropsy with the last one there from Ben Robb. But Westy now 2 at double 10 to save himself.
Game
Save
shot.
himself, he does. Little
Steve
fist
West.
bump there. Shows you how he feels about that. Very similar to that final they played. Westy coming out on top, 4-3. 89 average for Westy, just tipping the 90. Ben Robb, a good solid 85. We get more of those today. We'll be having a good day. We head into a short break, and when we return, we got Willie Borland